Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, can we officially say it that it's football time in Tennessee? Because I'm so excited. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Josh with League of Their Own. First off, I want to say thank you guys for watching, whoever's going to start watching. Don't forget to like and share the Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter and also on YouTube. So go check us out. Go check us out. So while we get this populated here, guys, comment where you're from and where you're going to be watching the game tomorrow as I share this. So comment where you're from and where you will be watching the game tomorrow. If you hear a fuzz, I'm sorry. I got to do something. So again, comment where you're from and where you're going to be watching the game tomorrow as I share this around. And while I do this, I will say a few things for those who are going to be watching the whole show. You got to stick around because today, I feel like we're just going to give away another gift card today. I just feel like we are. Wink, wink. So you got to stay to the very end of the show in order to see how you get that gift card. And I will tell you in just 1 second as soon as I do this. I got this new phone, and it's freaking huge, and I just can't. Okay. So, guys, if you're just getting in here, comment where you're from and where you're going to be watching the game. You're going to watch it at a bar, at your friend's house, at your mama's house, anywhere. Tell me where. And don't forget to like and share. So we've got a lot of things to cover today. I'm going to be talking about West Virginia's offense, ranks, defense. We will also hear from Jeff Hall himself, Mr. Jeff Hall, 1998 championship kicker. I'm sure you guys remember that guy. He's on our show every year. For those who do not know, if you're new to the show, he comes on our show every year. Hear what he had to say about who he thinks the starting quarterback should be and his score prediction. And hear him talk about the culture now at Tennessee because he does go to practices. So, while I share this around real quick, and I'm sorry if I get to your comments late, I apologize. I'll do my best to get to it. So let's get this thing rolling. One more. So how's everybody doing today? Are you guys ready? I mean, literally less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours. Oh, crap. Hold on. See, my phone. All right. Less than 24 hours. You'll be watching at home, Clay. All right. Jellicoe, where's that at? I'm from the Maryville, Knoxville, Waco area. I think I know where Jellicoe is. Anyway. So, the 8 that are in here, that's fine. We'll grow, hopefully. So, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? I'm Josh from League of Their Own. For those who do not know, for those who are new, welcome to the show. I've got some stuff to talk about today. I'm excited. Football's tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep. I shaved the beard off, so I look like a baby right now. Look like a baby. So, what do you guys want to talk about first? I got a lot of stuff to cover. Like I said, I've got the Jeff Hall. Yes, J.J. Peterson. First off, thank you for reminding me. Let's go ahead and shout that out. J.J. Peterson was cleared by the clearinghouse, so he will be here. Sunday is what they announced. I thought it was going to be today, but it's Sunday. But he has been cleared. If he was not cleared by today, he would not have been able to attend the University of Tennessee, from my understanding. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But if you don't know what the NCAA clearinghouse is basically to make sure these kids are academically eligible to join a college university. So he's cleared. He's good to go. You're not going to see him at West Virginia. You are going to probably see him in the next few games. My prediction, West Virginia 17, Tennessee 38. That's if Tennessee can score. All right, I'm going to get to you guys' predictions and all that stuff here in just a moment, but I want to discuss a few things. I'm going to get to the Jeff Hall interview first. We'll knock that out of the park and get that out of the way, and then we'll talk some West Virginia, all their good stuff, all right? So you guys want to hear you guys want to hear what Jeff Hall said? So I spoke to Jeff this afternoon. Typically, we don't have Jeff on live on the show. I just call him, ask him questions, and we go from there. All the other people we do it live. But Jeff, he's a normal guy. He don't want to be on live Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up Jeff's interview real quick. And like I said, for those who are new, Jeff's on our show every year. And I get the privilege to speak with him every year. I mean, who could say, hey, I get to talk to a championship kicker for Tennessee Vols every year? It's awesome. I'm very humble, and it's truly an awesome experience to do that. And that's why I like to share it with you guys. So with that being said, let me turn this bad boy on, and I will go ahead and get this info up. So I won't be able to see the comments right now, guys, so I apologize. But if you want to find out how to win the $25 gift card, we're going to give one today. We're going to give one out today. You have to stay to the end of the show. The more comments I see, the more likes I see, the more interaction I see, the more I see your name, the better chance you're going to be able to win, okay? So at the end of the show, I'm going to see whoever's name that I'm thinking of or I can see in the comments the most, they're going to win this $25 gift card. So don't start commenting like random letters, just conversate, and then I'll get to them in just a second. So I asked Jeff, I started the conversation. I said, hey, Jeff, I know you go to practice. I know you went to practices last year when Butch was here, and I know you've been to practices this year with Pruitt. So tell me, what's the difference between practices from last year and this year?
Well, it seems like there was a kind of a theme or a trend just around college football to kind of appeal to some gimmicks and, making practice, supposedly more, I don't know if fun is the right word, but appealing or tolerable even. Different things like playing music during warm-ups or stretching or, different symbols. Obviously Butch had the trash can last year, and some other coaches have a gold chain that they put on some of their defensive guys if they make good plays. And that's gone on in sports, for forever. Coach Fulmer had a walking stick that he brought out one day during the '98 season, and there's a little picture of that stick on our rings even. So I get it, but I will say that the scrimmage and the practice that I've been to this year, and maybe it's the specific ones I went to, I didn't hear any music playing. And watching the head coach stand on the defensive sideline of an inter-squad scrimmage at Neyland Stadium was really interesting as he was coaching the defense, whereas usually you see a head coach, on the offensive side of the ball, the offensive sideline. So I think you got a no gimmick, no frills, all business football coach who is not going to worry about maybe pandering to, an environment that's affords maybe a little bit more freedom and I don't know if fun's the right word, but it's just he's all business.
He's all business. He is all business. So no cliches. You guys already know. No cliches, no trash cans, no all that junk stuff that Butch did. All business. And that's cool to hear from Jeff that that he still attends practice. And here in just a second, you're going to find out what he also has started doing ever since Philip Fulmer has been named the athletic director. But yes, so that was Jeff on basically the culture now versus last year as far as practice-wise. So then we got to talking, and I asked him. I said, "Well, we've got a lot of new faces, and we've got some faces that we've seen last year, obviously. Now we've had some struggles in different position groups. So what position group is going to be the most improved this year?"
The quarterback position is going to be more improved because of the situation with what happened last year. So overall, you're going in to the season, and I think Guaranton is probably going to be your starter. You're going to go in, if I'm right, you're going to go in with a guy who's going into his third season. Granted, that includes a redshirt year, but he's been on campus. He's been here. He knows, what game day looks like on Saturdays, and he's probably built some loyalty to the program, and he played obviously quite a bit last year. And so going into camp this year, knowing that, he's probably going to be the starter, or at least continuing to have to compete to be the starter, and it's not just going to be given to him, I think is going to make it that much better.
So that was Jeff talking about the position group, and there you already know. He said JG will be your starting guy. Now, of course, he doesn't know for sure. He's not the inside source. I don't have a source, guys, at UT. But he thinks JG will definitely start and should start. And he gave his answer why. But he thinks the quarterback position is going to be the most improved this year. Now, to be honest, I can slightly agree with him, but it all starts up front, man. I think that offensive line has to be better, and I think they will be better. And then JG or Keller will be the most improved position group. And then also on defense, I think that defensive line better be better than last year, because to be honest, it was a terrible defensive line. Now that can swing some ways in coaching and play calls, so I'm not blaming it all on the defensive line, but that's where it can get better as well. So what else did we talk about? So I then asked him, I said, I understand you're going to be at the 1998 championship honoring at the with the Florida game. How do you feel about being honored, especially going to be at home?
There's been a lot of things building up to that moment this year and that season, and a lot of us have had interviews and TV, radio, newspaper, etc. And with some anticipation of, hey, it's going to be 20 years since we won the championship, and this is going to be a big deal. And I think a lot of it is anytime you're around your teammates, because we've all kind of splintered and gone our separate ways, and just are living life, however that's worked out and wherever we end up. I think it's just anytime you get together with those guys, it's special because there's a bond there that can't be recreated, with anybody else. So just a very unique situation. Just playing college football with a bunch of guys is unique in and of itself. But to have been as successful as we were, to win the national championship, just brings an extra level of uniqueness and specialness to that whole group. And so I'm looking forward to being around my teammates and just hanging out and just kind of enjoying being around each other, in that space of, hey, this is our team and this is what we did, and these are our friends and our brothers and guys we care and love about, and just spending time with each other and just enjoying what happened 20 years ago.
So that was Jeff Hall talking about the 1998 championship, obviously, which they will be honoring that team, the Florida game. So now let's get to the part that led me into this question, because I'm sure if you guys watched the local channels, you saw that they did a piece on Jeff Hall. I think it was yesterday or the day before. They did a piece on Jeff Hall, and I asked him, I said, so Jeff, I saw the story. I just want to make sure this is correct. So as soon as Philip Fulmer was named athletic director, you decided to start wearing your championship ring again. Is that true?
I have it on today. And it's true. It's I used to never wear any of my rings, but if you're going to wear one, you might as well wear the national championship ring. I used to never wear it unless I was at a speaking engagement or fundraising event or special dinner or something like that. And not because I was ashamed of it. It's just, a lot of guys I don't think wear their rings every day. But when Coach Fulmer was announced as the AD, there for a while I could count on one hand how many days I hadn't worn it. And I think that just goes back to that period in history of Tennessee football that was so special. And he was the coach that made it special. And it's just a reminder of, what we accomplished and, how special that time was. And Coach Fulmer always used to tell us, you'll never appreciate it as much now as you will down the road. And as I get older, I can see what he meant by that. So yeah, I wear it almost every day. There have been times that I haven't, but if you see me on any given work day, especially, I'll probably have it on.
So that's Jeff Hall talking about how as soon as Philip Fulmer was named athletic director, he is decided to wear his 1998 championship ring, which I don't blame him. As soon as we found out Philip Fulmer was the athletic director, we contacted Jeff, and he sent us a picture of him and his family in his front yard in number 4 jerseys, ecstatic. So it was. It's back on our Facebook page from when that happened. So go check it out. It was pretty cool. It was Jeff Hall, man. He's a pleasure to speak to. Every time I talk to this guy, he's just. He gives his time, man, and it's awesome. So I love it. I love it, and we'll have Jeff back on again, no doubt, no question. He's always going to be on. He always gives his time, and it's just amazing. So he's a pretty awesome guy. So that was Jeff Hall interview. I spoke to him this afternoon, and man, it's football time. I mean, I'm about cuss, but I'm flipping excited. Less than 24 hours, and we can finally say it's here. Like I said, I'm not going to sleep. I'm sure you guys aren't going to sleep. But, yeah. So I see we got several people in here. What's up, guys? I'm sorry. I'm just now getting to the comments. I apologize. So don't forget to like and share. I want to see a lot of hearts, a lot of likes, maybe some sad faces or some angry faces. Whatever you want to do to show me you're interacting, perfect. But be sure to comment, too, because at the end of the show, whoever I see that is interacting more is going to get a $25 gift card to wherever you want, either Hound Dogs, Calhoun's, the movie theater, which that's probably going to only get you one ticket. But yes, Jeff Hall is money. He's money. And I actually talked to him about that game winner at Syracuse, and he says he thinks about that all the time. Jeff Hall is an awesome guy. Awesome guy. Claire, you asking where? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if that was for me or for Jeff, if you thought he was on right now. But anyway, so I'm going to go into my week 1, obviously. I'm going to you guys know who's playing this week. But this is the SEC week 1. And there is a game that's not on there. That's the LSU-Miami game. And then obviously who played last night? Mississippi State just destroyed them last night. So Mississippi State got a W, and then you've got LSU and Miami as well. That's not on this list. He said I wasn't alive when he won the ring. Yes, Justin, I'm going to talk about the running game. Give me just a second, and I'm going to touch on everything. But this is your week 1 SEC at a glance here. I've got everybody winning in the SEC except for, I think, Auburn. I don't know if Auburn's going to be able to handle Washington. I don't know for sure, but we'll find out. And then I think Texas Tech is going to beat Ole Miss. And then I think LSU is going to definitely lose to Miami. Sorry, LSU, but you're just going to lose to Miami. Yes, J.J. Peterson is here. That is, yes, it is awesome. He's not here officially, but he's cleared to play, or he's cleared to enroll at the University of Tennessee. So he's good to go. All right. So as you see there, I've got keys to the game, right? Run game. I'm going to talk about that. Pressure will, because the dude, if you put a pressure on anybody at the quarterback position, they're not going to play very well. And then we need to limit turnovers and big plays. He said, I think West Virginia's overrated. I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow for sure. So let me get into my notes here, because I got notes, I'm telling you. We're going to talk about the that 3-3-5 that West Virginia runs. I'm not a big fan of it, but, I mean, if it works for them, it works for them, right? But let me just throw this out there. Their defense total ranking last year. Now, I know this is a different team this year. We're in a new year. Their total defense ranking was 106 out of 130. Terrible, right? Ours wasn't any better. So, I mean, I can't really talk much, but yes, West Virginia's defense is bad. So I'm trying to focus on comments to interact with you guys as well. So anyway, let's get back to it. They were ranked 106 out of 130. Total defense gave up about six yards per play on average. And now this is where I think Tennessee should be able to take over the game, is on the ground. Because their rush defense from last year, West Virginia's rush defense, was 103 out of 130. They gave up 5 yards per rush almost 4.9 yards per rush, 204 yards a game. So if we can get the run game going early, I guarantee you, I don't want to guarantee anything because I'm not that type of person. So I think Tennessee will be able to hang with them to the very end and pull one out. They get that run game against that 3-3-5. If you guys don't know what a 3-3-5 is, it's 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and then 5 DBs. I mean, it's an okay defense, but depending on how they run their scheme, I think Tennessee will get the running game going. Now, what West Virginia is going to do, they're going to force us to pass. Because they don't know who the starter is right now. We don't even know who the starter is. We assume it's going to be JG. Or for some of you, assume it's going to be Keller. Now, we run the 3-4 on defense. Sorry. Is that correct? Is that correct, the 3-4? We have good running backs. I'm getting off track here. Yes, we have good running backs. Ty Chandler is definitely going to be the guy. Then you've got our Michigan State transfer, and then we've got decent running backs. At depth, our running backs are good. But, again, it starts up front with that offensive line. So, anyway, West Virginia is going to force us to pass. They're going to try everything they can to stop the run to see what our quarterback's got, right? Because we don't even know what our quarterback's got. So, I'm assuming you'll see a lot of blitzes, a lot of schemes, whatever they do, whatever West Virginia frickin' does out of that 3-3-5. They're going to try to force us in second and long and third and long. That way we have to throw. So if we get decent yardage on the ground on first down, if we get 5 yards on a first down play, 2nd and 5, instead of a second and long or a third and long. You see what I'm saying? You guys understand what I'm saying. I feel like West Virginia is just trying to stuff the run. But then again, we're running that pro offense. I mean, I don't even know what place he's going to run out of it. We got a fullback, I know that. So we'll definitely find out tomorrow at 3:30 for sure. And for those, check out the bottom right of the corner. You got all your information there, the kickoff, the temperature, the humidity. And apparently Thunderstorms has 2 S's at the end of it. What a dumbass. Oh, sorry. That was my bad. So we got a lot of people. Tim Jordan will start at running back. I don't think Tim Jordan will start at running back. But then again, like I said, nobody knows. You know, Pruitt is really hush-hush. He's really just keep it all a secret until game day. And why wouldn't you? And then now you've got West Virginia that's complaining because, oh, well, they didn't announce their starting quarterback, so we can't prepare, blah, 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 blah. So the excuses have already poured in for West Virginia. They were upset that Tennessee had another practice. Since Tennessee started school earlier than West Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, West Virginia got upset because they had Tennessee had an extra practice or whatever. So that has already begun. Yes, Ty Chandler did change his number. He did. Allen, to be honest, I don't know who the fullback is. If you guys know who the fullback is, please comment who the fullback is. I saw a picture of the dude. He was wearing one of them cowboy collar things, whatever you want to call them. Who knows? Who knows? It is very super secretive. He's gonna keep everything hush hush until I know they're required to at least I don't know what the time frame is as far as he has to have it in an hour before game time or game day, but I know there's a time frame he has to at least release that information. So if you guys know, comment down below for everybody. Oh, Jeremy Banks, and that's what I said. Depth at running back is amazing. Jeremy Banks, you never know. And just think, after we get through West Virginia, we got these 2 easy games. We're going to see a mix-up of everything. We'll probably see Keller in there. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of Keller. And if you will watch the last live stream, you know why. We will probably see a mixture of running backs. We're going to see everything mixed up, I think. And that's probably pretty accurate. So, all right, so let's talk about their offense now. West Virginia's offense. Now, their defense isn't so hot. right? Their defense is the down spot of this team. The offense is the bright spot. The offense is clearly the bright spot. Last year they ranked 20 out of 130. It's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good for a team that only won 7 games, right? They won 7 games. Their rushing offense, though, was okay, but I'm not really concerned about that. Their rushing offense was ranked 83rd, I believe. Yeah, 83rd out of 130. But to be honest, they're a spread team. They're going to spread you out. They're going to sling it. Their passing offense, 37 passing touchdowns last year, 300 yards per game. So the dude can throw it, I'm telling you. The dude can throw. So we can't sleep on Will. And I know everybody says they're overrated, and we played Will before, but he was on I don't know, muscle enhancer, whatever he was on. I don't care. He might be different. Who knows? But he's a Heisman candidate for a reason. We got to respect that at least. After we win, after we lay the wood down, then we can say, we knew they were overrated. But we don't know anything. I don't know anything, so. They lost their running back from last year, right? Okay, so like I said, new team, new year. But I'm just going off what was the stats from last year. But like I said, their running game is not really a big concern to us, I don't think. Because I think our defensive line has beefed up. We got Kongbo going back to his original position. I think our defensive line is going to be a bright spot. I think we will shock a lot of people on defense. We got that young secondary, except for Kelly, but Todd Kelly. But Nigel Warrior, Todd Kelly. Oh, I'm telling you, that duo back there, that duo is just going to be absurd. Absurd. Yes, Andy, Will is good. And those wide receivers, I think they had 2 wide receivers that had 1,000+ yards last year. And that tells you what? They like to throw the ball. They like to throw the ball. The deep balls, as far as Will, I don't know. If our defensive line can obviously put a lot of pressure, and that's a key to the game as well. We got to put a lot of pressure on Will. You put any pressure on him, he cracks just like an egg. He cracks just like any other Florida player, except Tim Tebow, because freaking Tim Tebow. But their offensive style is a spread, right? They're like an air raid, if you would say. Fast pace typically focuses on short passes. They usually, 4 or more split wide. And Will has that ability to read the defense. The game slows down to him because he's a veteran. It slows down. He has the option to audible out of a play, and he's really good at it, and he can kill you with his arm. And he can run just a little bit, but he's a little bit faster than Dormady, if you could say. Clay, I think I just answered your question. I think you just posted that before I said that, so. Yeah, if we get a lot of pressure on Will, I think it's and if we score an offense, I think it's a wrap, to be honest. I think it is a wrap. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what my score prediction is. I typically don't like to do score predictions on the very first game because just like you guys, we have no idea what to expect from this team. We have no idea. We don't know how the passing game is going to be. We don't know how the offensive line, the running game, we don't know. But I wanted to pick with my head and not my heart, but I kind of picked with both. So my score that I have is here. 27-24. I think it's a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think that if it was a blowout, West Virginia would blow us out. We wouldn't blow them out. And I say that as nice as I can because I just don't think we have that capability of blowing a team like West Virginia completely out. We have to do better at red zone production. This is a key for it. Yeah, I agree. Well, you got to remember who we had calling plays last year as well. First on the 1 yard line and you go out a shotgun. What kind of stuff is that? So, guys, 27-24, that's how I see it. But we don't know. Everybody's got it 30, 31, 28. I don't think anybody has it lower than 20 points because obviously West Virginia's going to score, and I hope we can score. But I just don't. I don't think they're nobody. If they score less than 20, I'd be highly shocked. So Justin, are you you're a Tennessee fan? I assume. So he picked with his head, not his heart. 37-28 West Virginia. Unfortunately, we will be a much better team at the end of the year. I can respect that. I can definitely respect that 100%. 100%. But then again, you know. Thomas, J.J. Peterson, for those who do not know, J.J. is good to go. He was cleared by the NCAA clearinghouse. From my understanding, he'll be here Sunday. He was supposed to be here today, but he's here. He'll be here Sunday. Good to go. He's good to go. You won't see him at the West Virginia game, though, because obviously he won't be here till Sunday. So I would expect to see him in the next week 2 or week 3. 34-21. Tommy, is that Tennessee or is that in favor of West Virginia? And Allen, West Virginia is not a defensive team. You're right. Their rankings from last year clearly states that they are not a defensive team, and either are we yet. Taking Tennessee by 10. Andy is taking Tennessee by 10. I hope you're right. Allen says 34-31. Okay. I can respect that. That's a high-scoring game. Like I said, I don't think anybody has commented that he is anybody scoring lower than 20 points. Thanks. I appreciate that, Jay Clark. I'm sorry I just scrolled up there. I appreciate the kind words saying we're doing a great job. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Tommy says that score was for Tennessee. Okay. All right. I can respect that. I can respect everybody's opinion in here. I'm not the type to bash on you if you say West Virginia is going to score 42 points, Tennessee's only going to score 10. You have your opinion, I have mine, and I respect that. A lot of other people, they'll get on your back about it, man. They will ride you into the ground. How do I feel about Dormady transferring? No comment. Frankly, I don't care that he transferred. If he couldn't duke it out, that's his own problem. But then again, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Appreciate that, Justin. Enjoying the show, first time viewer. Yeah, watch out for Batuli. Hey, that defense I think is going to be the bright spot for us this year. Just think, our head coach, right? Defensive minded guy. Where do you think he's going to be focused on more? He's going to be calling the defensive plays, correct? If he can put guys where they need to be and we can execute, perfect. Take this quick little second to mention this. Follow us on Twitter, guys, at The Lotto Podcast, and on Facebook, which I'm on right now. For those who are watching this on YouTube, this is just a rerun, so you're getting the on-demand version. I'm sorry. I don't go live on YouTube. And a lot of people like YouTube for some reason. They love YouTube. 35-14 West Virginia. Sean, I just said I would not bash anybody's opinion, but no, okay. I can see. I can see that being a possibility. I can see any score that you guys are throwing out, that I've thrown out, being a possibility because we don't know, right? We have no idea. We have no idea. I see them getting behind and trying to catch up and throw some picks. You see West Virginia getting behind and throwing some picks? I'm assuming so, Tommy, because you did pick Tennessee to win. There is no way their D keeps us under 20. I can agree, Andy. Like I said, if anybody in this game, Tennessee or West Virginia scores less than 20, and there's a problem because West Virginia is clearly an offensive team, and Tennessee hopefully will be that offensive team as well. All right, so we're gonna move on. Bum, bum, bum. What do I have to move on? I really don't have anything to move on to. Hold on just a second. We already talked about the 3-3-5. Are you guys a big fan of the 3-3-5? You guys a big fan of the 3-3-5? I mean, I think it has some success, but in the SEC, I doubt it. It was a huge delay, so I'm answering questions that already been. So while that catches up, guys, here is a quick little shout out to our sponsors. This is sponsored by Blount County Boat Detail and Repair, located in Maryville. You have a pontoon boat, any style boat, they will recarpet it, they'll detail it, all that good stuff. Also by Bowers Outdoor Solutions, above ground pools, in-ground pools, liners, covers, all that good stuff. And also Kippy's CCTV if you need home cameras or business cameras. Check them out on Facebook, guys. And I want you guys to go show them some love because they are the ones who provides the $25 gift card giveaways, the tickets during basketball season. For those who are new to the show, we give out tickets for basketball as well. Skybox tickets. So stay tuned for that. So you got to keep following the show throughout the year. Let's see. So a shout out to them. Go like them and share them on Facebook if you don't mind, if you got the time. And if you live in the Maryville, Alcoa, Knoxville area, hit them up for any of their services. They will get you all squared away. And again, we appreciate them because they are the ones who give away these gift cards and these tickets during basketball season. Watch Bird tomorrow. Do you think Bird's going to have an impact? I don't really see Bird having an impact, to be honest. Yeah, who uses the 335 anymore? Well, and I know they've got their certain ways of using the scheming with the 335. They're not just going to line 3 down linemen and then your 3 linebackers, then your 5. They're gonna wiggle them in different spots, A gaps. They're gonna do whatever they need to throw out some shade at Tennessee. Appreciate that, Jay. I definitely appreciate that. I feel like we have many weapons for West Virginia defense to keep up with. Oh, so you're saying we have too many weapons? Okay, my bad. I probably read that wrong. It is, I'm getting old and it's getting late. So he feels like we have way too many weapons for the West Virginia defense to keep up. And you could be right because like we stated, the West Virginia defense is not known for defense. They're not known for defense. They're more the spread pass offense. And you don't hear about their defense much because they're always in a battle to keep scoring. They're not making stops. They have to keep scoring. 27-24 Tennessee. MVP tomorrow, Mr. Ty Chandler. You know what? Justin, I have to applaud you on that. I can definitely agree with that. Like I said, they have to run the ball, and they will run the ball. And I feel like that is a bold statement, but I'll take it. I think Ty Chandler could be the MVP tomorrow. How many yards do you think Ty could possibly get on this defense? Hell, if they're giving up 5 yards per play on the running game, he could probably have a well over 100-yard rushing game. But to speak realistically, let's say 104 yards. When was the last time Tennessee lost their opener? Was it 9 years? It's been 9 games in a row. 7 or 9? Somebody correct me because I don't know everything. But I think it's 7 or 9. I know somebody in here knows it. On D, MVP Patuli. You guys, I see a lot of comments from Andy, Justin, and that's it. So this $25 gift card at the end of the show, Andy and Justin are in the lead right now. I don't know that answer, Andy. I could lie to you and say East Carolina, but I have no idea. Matthew. You here, Matthew? All right. Well, let me see some comments. I seen you up there, but these other two, you got to keep up with them. You got to keep up with them. So let me do one more thing, and then we will. I don't have much for you guys today. I mean, I just want to talk about West Virginia. I don't want to focus too much on Tennessee. I mean, I would love to. We would love to, but we just don't know from practice what we're going to see. But I guess we can say the same thing about West Virginia. But we're just going to trash West Virginia. Let's see. Lost to an opener to UCLA. That was at UCLA. Am I correct? Is that when Eric Berry? No. Is that when Eric Berry busted that dude's? That was either at UCLA or here when Eric Berry jacked that quarterback up and broke his jaw. Is that right? Justin, if you know that. Clay, I see you commenting. I see you. I think everybody's trying to sell Coach Pruitt short. He is a tactician. I may be wrong, but he will shut them down. He has had since. Okay, I got you. I got you. When I try to read out loud, no disrespect, but I feel like I'm idiot. You know, I'm an idiot. You know, at UCLA. Yeah, so it was 9 years ago. Appreciate that, guys. You guys are commenting today. I understand why, though. That $25 gift card is just dangling right there. I'd do the same thing. So I think I am just about to wrap it up, but let me go over a few more things, and then we'll pick this winner. Sure, I'll pick this winner. I'm feeling frisky. I might as well give away something. Well, I'm not giving it away, but the sponsors are. Appreciate that. I usually have a co-host with me. His name is Justin Tora. Justin, if you're in here watching, where you at? Been waiting on you. He's typically here because it's hard for me to really talk by myself. You know what I mean? I can talk to you guys through comments all day. But to have it a lot more fun and interactive and just kind of, not too crazy, I need somebody else here. JG will be the starter. I agree, Matthew. Talks and Pruitt, do you think he will have the kind of impact Kirby has? That's a good question, Andy. Everybody read Andy's question. Talks and Pruitt, he says. Do you think that he will have the kind of impact Kirby has had? I don't think so. Right off the bat, no. I think this is a stepping stone. I don't want to say brick. That's probably not a good term to use. Brick by brick, guys. No, I think this is a stepping stone. We will know something after this first game. And hopefully, we can't get any worse than what we did last year in the SEC, right? We went 0-8. So I think this year we have nowhere to go but up, I would say. Everyone will see the difference in Butch team and Pruitt team tomorrow. Justin, you possibly. Now, can I touch on Butch for just a second? I know everybody's tired of hearing about that guy. I think both QBs will get better. We'll get to play. Who do you think ESPN will pick? I think ESPN will pick West Virginia, except Curb Street. He picked. I think he picked Tennessee, as for the upset scores in a second. No more break. All right. Listen, for those who are new, I never did really bash Butch Jones that bad. I was a fan of Butch Jones. All right. I'm sorry you have to hear this right now, but I was a fan, right? I didn't want to see him get fired. I thought he could recover, but obviously that was not the case. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my mic too. Obviously that was not the case, and I didn't bash him like every other page did and all this stuff. I wished him the best. Hey, good luck wherever you're going. Hell, I might have bashed him. I don't know, but I felt like he was kind of his rope was done. It was it. It was it. And everybody knew it. And then that's when the whole transition with the athletic department took a turn for the best with for the former. Yeah, Herb Street did pick Tennessee. Pruitt is no nonsense, even doesn't care about the media. Yeah. And you know what? It's funny you say something about Nick Saban. I was actually watching on the SEC, either ESPNU or SEC Network, whichever one. It's like the training camp with Alabama, right? And you know what I hear Nick Saban say a lot? He says, He says, all right, we're going to do it, all right? I mean, I swear to you, if you watch it, Saban does the same exact thing. Jimmy Himes and John Wilkerson picked West Virginia by 10 and 11. Yeah, and I know the spread is 9.5. I think it's been fluctuating from 9.5 to 10, going back and forth, and clearly that's just hell if it rains or you know how that damn spread works. It just, if the blade of grass is tilted to one side, they'll move it up a point. But that's That's a good good spread right there. 9.5 to 10 points. Tennessee should play. Tennessee should play well. We'll need 1 to 2 big turnovers. Yes, key to victory right there. Look at my keys up there. Run the ball, pressure will, limit turnovers. I guess I should have put and create turnovers. Damn it, now it doesn't count. Create turnovers and make big plays. So we want to do the opposite. We want to stop their turnover. Get turnovers, stop their big plays, and then we want to not turn over the ball and make big plays. The spread has decreased in Tennessee's favor. It has. So is it? It's still 9.5 though, right? But it was originally 10. Is that correct? Pruitt did it first, but he kind of slowed it down. Ooh, that's a good question, Justin. I'm sorry. Justin says, who will be the kick returner after Evan Berry's departure? Berry was so dynamic. You know what? I thought about it would be Callaway or Ty Chandler, but you have to, even though Pruitt said he's going to start his starters on special teams, his stars, his guys, but if you're going to use Ty Chandler as an every down back and you're going to use Callaway as an every down wide receiver, I don't see that. That's probably not a good idea. But I'm not the coach. We don't make those decisions. I don't know. I really don't know who the returner would be. If I had to guess, I would say Ty Chandler because he's dynamic as well. But then again, if you're going to put that workload on him, if we go to that pro offense and we're smash mouth running game, play action, you know what I mean? I think you might want to take a step back on that. Oh, it's moved to 8.5. Okay. All right. Yes, we must get pressure on Will. Yes. Bird on special. That would make a logical sense, Andy, for Bird to be on special teams. But, man, it's a guessing game. It's truly a guessing game. Has Tennessee did any wet ball drills? I have no idea. No idea. I know they didn't scrimmage this week. I guess Pruitt typically doesn't scrimmage before game week. He just does his normal practices. I did hear that, though. So he did not scrimmage. Because typically they do scrimmages, but he did not. We don't know who the kick returner will be. Yeah. 8-5, some sites. Chandler won't be in every down. Okay, Matthew, who do you think your every down back is going to be if it's not Ty Chandler? You think it's going to be the fellow from Michigan State? Think it's going to be Tim Jordan? Think it's going to be Banks? 10 to 12 carries at most. Ooh. Justin, and I think that falls in line with your kick return as well. I don't know. I would say Bird or Callaway because Callaway, who have we seen return last year, return kicks and punts? That is on the team this year. We've seen Callaway. We've seen Ty. We might have seen Bird on a few. I don't know. You guys are making it tough. So let's take a look at our bright spots for Tennessee. I think our offensive line and defensive line will be our bright spots this year. Like I said, they were terrible last year. What was it? I think our defense ranked 80. No, that's not accurate. That might be accurate. 85th of 130. If that sounds accurate, let me know. But they gave up a ton of yards last year, clearly. And I know it's a different year, different players, different coach. But we gave up almost 6 yards per play last year. 412 yards a game. Wow. Our offense wasn't any better. Our offense, they need to perform this year. Last year we ranked 124 out of 130. Just let that soak in just a moment. I understand we had a different coach. I understand we had some injuries, but 124 out of 129 was our offensive rank last year. We have a lot to prove. 4.5 yards per play. which is not bad. It's not bad, but could be a little better. We only 291 yards per game. We ranked 119 out of 130 on third down on offense. Whoever stated it earlier, our third down efficiency is a good statement because we were terrible on third down. 116 in the country for what, Trey? So I got a ranking wrong. So tell me which ranking it was, if you don't mind. 116 on defense. Is that correct? I don't know where the hell I got the 85 out of 130. Where the hell did that come from? Surely not our rush defense. Will Jennings do any kick returns? I think we discussed, to be honest, I have no idea. I'd like to see Ty Chandler and or Callaway, but if they're going to use these guys as their workhorses, then I don't think that's gonna happen. Just think on our kick returns last year, we were ranked 66, but obviously that was with Barry returning. So we were okay in the kick return. So I don't know where we'll fall this year. Don't know where we will fall this year, but it is what it is. No, I did not see the interview with Philip Vollmer and Feinbaum, Matthew. I'm sure it was, Feinbaum. He's a Tennessee guy. But I want to reiterate on something real quick for those who are still watching. Who do you have as your starting quarterback? I discussed this last week, but I want to know your guys' take. Who do you think should start at the quarterback position? I'll give you my take if you have not heard already. And I'll give you an explanation why. The show is not going to last very much longer. I clearly thought I had a ton of notes to work with right now, but clearly I did not. I'm ready to go watch some. I'm sure there's football on tonight. I'm ready to go watch that and put my feet up. Sadly, he says JG. JG, okay. Keller. Pruitt didn't bring Keller to sit on the bench. Ooh, it's like that? Okay. Who knows the team? JG knows the team, if that's what you're saying, Matthew. I agree. But can I give you this? Can I give you these stats real quick? And I know it was last year, and I know JG was a freshman last year, didn't have a good offensive line, yada, yada. Keller is an insurance policy. All right. But there's not a lot of faith with JG. But let me throw this stat out for you, okay? So, JG was a freshman, right? He went 0-8 in the SEC, or however many games he played in the SEC, because I know he did have that ankle injury. I can't remember if he kept him out a few games, whatever. So, his 9 games that JG played, he went 86. And for those who are watching, I said this last week. 86 for 139, 997 yards. 61.9%, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 26 sacks. Clearly the 26 sacks is not good. And clearly the 61% could be better. But that was JG in his freshman year in the SEC. Okay? In the SEC. Listen to Keller's, okay? We'll even go back to his junior year. He played 7 games, a total of 7 games his junior year. 78 for 144, 54.2%, 962 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I'm sorry. That was his senior year. My bad. I mixed that up. That was his senior year. So even in his senior year, played 7 games, 54%. You see where I'm getting at? You can see where I'm kind of getting at. JG as a freshman had better completion percentage than Keller in his senior year. And listen to Keller's junior year. He played all 12 games. All 12 games. 77 for 136. 56.6%. 905 yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That to me, that's good enough for me. The reason why I wanted to compare those stats is because we had several people, some negavols. Is that a term we use now? People, volunteer fans that are really, really negative on anything you say. So I stated I would like to see JG as a starter or will be the starter. And the response was, Keller Chris won more games than JG last year. What the hell does that have to do with anything? Where did Keller Chris play at? The Pac-12? Come on. But you see my point. JG had a better percentage-wise than Keller Chris in his junior and senior year. And exactly, Alan, and that's what I said. Keller Chris was not in the SEC. SEC is a different ballgame. It's a different style of play. Everybody thinks, oh, any team can come in the SEC and play. No, you can't, unfortunately. And we unfortunately can't either because we were bad last year. But I'm sure everybody gets my point. Chris, you might be right, but I've got a total of 9 games that JG played. Stat-wise. This is coming from the NCAA. So, yes, and he did have McCaffrey. See, I'm glad we have some that think similar or close to what I thought. So, but yeah. All right, so guys, I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up, but let me give a quick shout-out again before I get in trouble so I don't get this. Blount County Boat Detail and Repair in Blount County, Maryville area, Alcoa, wherever you're located, Knoxville even, they will service your boat. Bowers Outdoor Solutions, above-ground pools, in-ground pools, liners, all that stuff. Winter's getting close, so call them to do your pool stuff or get your pool stuff. They have a store location in Maryville, so go check them out. Also, Kippy CCTV. If you need cameras installed at your home and or your business, this is the guy to call. And I'm telling you, go to their Facebook page. Like I said, give them a like and share because they are the ones who provide this stuff. And I've used Kippy CCTV and Bowers Outdoor Solutions because I do have a pool, and they did amazing work. And Kippy's installed my cameras in my house, and I'm telling you, these are the guys where you need to go. Go check them out. Appreciate them for giving this stuff. Anyway, so don't be oh man, you guys want to keep going. All right, Shrout. Yeah, I like JT Shrout. If you guys have not seen that interview we did with JT Shrout, go check back several months ago. We did it with JT Shrout. He's a humble guy. And yes, let's not hope we don't have the injury bug. Having depth, thanks to South Carolina program with it. Yeah, or the SC. Yes. Oh, okay. My bad. I read that. Think only team have the hang with. All right, guys. So this is the time of the show where I am going to just pick somebody to give a gift card away because we had a lot of comments today, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate that, Andy, and I hope I can be more entertaining next time. Like I said, I thought my notes were about 30 pages long, but clearly I did not have enough to even... Well, actually, I've been on here an hour, so I think I did pretty good with it. All right, so I'll tell you what. I'm picking 2 winners today. Can I pick 2 winners? Can my sponsors provide 2? Can my sponsors provide 2 $25 gift cards? I hope so because I just said it, and yeah. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate that. Don't be trying to suck up now saying you like the show. Come on now, guys. Don't be saying it just because you want a gift card. I'm just playing with you guys. No, there's other people that do their own thing on Facebook as far as Tennessee football, basketball, and for a little bit of background for us, for those who are new, because clearly some of these people are new that I have not seen before. We started this, I'm going to be honest, just after the 2006. I don't remember. Go look at our first video on Facebook. You'll see when our first post was, and we've been doing this for a while. We've had Jeff Hall on every year. We've had Kevin Burnett, former Tennessee linebacker, play for the Dallas Cowboys. We've had Emmett Gooden on. We've had Jackson Lampley. We've had JT Shrout. And just recently, Alexis Hornbuckle. I always got to give a shout-out to Alexis Hornbuckle, lady volunteer basketball player. She's awesome. And in the process of Kate McMahon and Jarnell Stokes, who just signed with Miami Heat. So I'm picking 2 winners. Y'all going to hate me when I do this. I understand. Appreciate that, Angie, Andy, Matthew, Clay, Jay, everybody that has commented and stuck around. There's seriously 7 people that stuck around. Listen, if I'm going to win something free, I'm going to stick around. But it is what it is. So, I know I've seen Justin's name a lot. I know I've seen Andy's name a lot. Y'all making this hard. Maybe I should have just did this a different way. All right, here's what I'll do. Here's what I will do. All right. I can't just pick somebody or 2 people because we have 7 in here, so we'll be all right. So let's do I'm going to think of something real quick, so don't go nowhere. If you want a $25 gift card, hey, it is what it is. Do. 7 people. All right, I can do this. All right, let's go. I typically got about 20 or 30, but it is Friday. Everybody's pumped. Everybody's ready. So I am going to, this is shady as hell, but I'm going to think of a number. This is how we're doing it. Between, he's already guessing, 1 and 20. Hold on. All right, and the 2 that are closest will get gift cards. Oh, shit, I didn't make rule stipulations on this. Nobody's close. First number I see that's close or on it, I'm telling you, that's it. So if it's a delayed comment, Angie and Andy. Oh, the answer was 14. Angie hit it on the head, and Andy, you were right there. So we're saying 1. So Angie, Wilburn, and Andy Ray. I'm sorry, guys. Message our Facebook page, and we will get to you, get your information, and we will get you a gift card to wherever you want, either Calhoun's or Hound Dogs or the movie theaters, whatever. So there it is, guys. Angie and Andy, make sure you message me because I will forget your name as soon as I get off here. So do it right after I end this, and then I will get your information, get those sent out. Guys, I appreciate everybody who stayed up and hung around with me today. I'm not that entertaining, but I can be. But today I'm ready to go watch some football. And less than 24 hours. Tomorrow, 3:30, 90-degree weather tomorrow, guys. Let's go. Vol for life. Let's do it. I'm picking Tennessee to win. So we will see you guys tomorrow after the game. Because remember, we do an after game show. We see how everybody feels. So whether we win or lose, I will be here live after the game. So come back, chat it up. Get your frustrations out if we lose. Get your elated joy out if we win. So I will see you guys tomorrow. It's football time in Tennessee. I'll see y'all next week as well.